breaking Jamaica to honor sprint legend Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce upon retirement. On the sun-warmed streets of Kingston, children chase each other barefoot, their laughter blending with the rhythms of reggae spilling from shopfront radios. Jamaica is more than an island. It is a factory of speed, a land where sprinting feels like destiny. For decades, this tiny nation has produced giants of the track, from Malene Orty to Veronica Campbell-Brown to the great Usain Bolt. But among them, one figure has come to embody both lightning and grace, ferocity and motherhood. She is the pocket rocket, the mummy rocket, the woman whose starts left competitors trembling and whose resilience left the world in awe, Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce. And now, as she prepares to retire, Jamaica prepares to honor her as one of its greatest ever legends. Chapter 2. From Waterhouse to the World. Shelly Ann's story began far from the stadium lights, in the Waterhouse community of Kingston, a place where dreams were heavy but opportunities scarce. Raised by her mother, who worked tirelessly as a street vendor, young Shelly Ann learned the value of discipline and grit before she ever crouched into starting blocks. She ran barefoot to school, raced friends down dusty lanes, and showed flashes of brilliance long before anyone placed a stopwatch on her. Her talent was raw, her hunger undeniable. Coaches at her school recognized something extraordinary, speed that wasn't just fast, but explosive. By the time she burst onto the global stage at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, she was ready to shock the world. A petite 21-year-old with fearless eyes, she blazed down the track in 10.78 seconds to win Jamaica's first ever Olympic gold in the women's 100-meter. A legend was born. Chapter 3. The Rise of the Pocket Rocket. In sprinting, dynasties are fragile. Champions fade, challenges emerge. But Shelly Ann was different. She wasn't just a spark. She was fire that burned year after year. The London Olympics in 2012 cemented her greatness with another 100-meter gold, making her the first woman since Florence Griffith Joyner to defend the title. Her starts were unmatched, her acceleration devastating. Rivals like Carmelita Jeter, Veronica Campbell-Brown, and later Elaine Thompson-Herah all fought her, but few could outshine her. By the time she reached the 2013 World Championships, she was winning titles with dominance and joy, her tiny frame powering through fields stacked with giants. The nickname Pocket Rocket followed her everywhere, proof that greatness doesn't come in size, but in heart. Chapter 4. Trials and Transformation. But greatness never comes without struggle. In 2010, she faced a doping suspension for a minor infraction involving pain medication, a controversy that cast shadows on her name. Yet she returned stronger, determined to prove her greatness came from discipline, not shortcuts. In 2016, an injury at the Rio Olympics limited her to bronze. To many, it seemed like the beginning of the end. But fate had other plans. In 2017, she gave birth to her son, Zian. For many athletes, motherhood marks retirement. But Shelly Ann, true to her spirit, returned fiercer than ever. With brightly dyed hair, sometimes green, sometimes gold, sometimes pink, she transformed into the mummy rocket, sprinting not just for herself but for her son. Her comeback was nothing short of miraculous. At 32, she stormed to the 2019 World Championship title in Doha, clocking 10.71. The world looked on in disbelief. A mother, in her 30s, had reclaimed her throne. Chapter 5. Defying Time. As she entered her mid-30s, Fraser Pryce continued to defy time. In 2021, at age 34, she ran 10.63 seconds, the second fastest time in history, behind only FloJo. The world gasped. How could she be getting faster as the years passed? Every race became a celebration of resilience. Young stars like Elaine Thompson-Herah and Shericka Jackson may have claimed Olympic golds, but Shelly Ann remained the heartbeat of Jamaican sprinting. Her secret, an unshakable love for the sport and the ability to reinvent herself again and again. Chapter 6. The Farewell. Now, in 2025, the time has come. Fraser Pryce has announced her retirement from competitive athletics, bringing an end to nearly 2 decades of dominance. Jamaica, a nation that adores its sprinting heroes, has planned a farewell unlike any other. From Kingston's National Stadium to the streets of Waterhouse, celebrations are set to honor not just her medals, but her journey. Government officials speak of her as a national treasure. Schools prepare banners with her image. Young athletes practice chants and songs. And in living rooms across the island, Families share stories of where they were when Shelly Ann flew across finish lines. Chapter 7. The Grand Celebration. The retirement ceremony is set to be a spectacle. The National Stadium, where she first wowed her country at the Jamaican Championships years ago, will host tens of thousands of fans. The track will be adorned with green and gold. Giant screens will replay her greatest victories: Beijing 2008, London 2012, Doha 2019, while choirs sing tributes. Reggae artists will perform songs written just for her, blending rhythm and speed in her honor. And when she walks onto the track for the final time, draped in the Jamaican flag, the crowd will rise as one. Not in silence, but in thunderous gratitude. Her son Zian will walk beside her, holding her hand, proof of the journey she carried both on and off the track. Chapter 8. The Voices of the People. In the lead-up to her farewell, tributes have poured in. Usain Bolt called her the greatest female sprinter of all time. Veronica Campbell-Brown said, "Shelly showed us all how to be fearless." Young athletes like Brianna Williams confessed, "She made me believe I could do it too." But the truest tributes come from the people of Jamaica. Vendors in Kingston markets, teachers in Montego Bay, children sprinting on dusty fields in Spanish Town. They speak of Shelly Ann as family, as a sister, a daughter, a mother. Her victories were theirs. Her struggles mirrored their own. Chapter 9. The Legacy. When the celebrations end, what will remain is her legacy. 9 World Championship golds, 3 Olympic golds, dozens of medals and records. But beyond numbers, she leaves behind something greater. A spirit of resilience, joy, and possibility. She showed that champions can come from the humblest beginnings. She showed that motherhood is not the end but a new beginning. She showed that speed is not just physical, it is heart, courage, and fire. In every Jamaican child who laces up spikes, in every mother who dares to dream, in every sprinter who crouches in the blocks, her influence will live on. Chapter 10. Goodbye, but not the end. Though Shelly Ann retires, she does not dissipate. She has plans for community work, mentoring young athletes, and spending more time with her son. Her voice will continue to echo in the sport, whether as a coach, an ambassador, or simply as inspiration. The Mommy rocket may no longer launch down the track, but her trail blazes on. Epilogue, an island's gift. As the Jamaican flag waves high, as fireworks crackle above the National Stadium, one truth becomes clear. Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce is more than an athlete. She is Jamaica's gift to the world. She ran for medals, yes. She ran for glory, yes. But above all, she ran for the love of her island, her family, and her people. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.